I will place my own lead. But each and every time we all stand up, stop like to yourself and me, true to yourself and that might be, we both can exceed destiny. So let's shout it out. You might feel alone, but I'm right by your side. Yeah, just like the flowers that do it for the beat over and over again. Keep the flame alive. I want to see you come right now.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard. Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
Glacial Spear! Piercing! Vanquish Darkness! Cover the caster! No more mid-strike, girl!
Stay away from me!
Now see that you don't get in trouble again. If it's in the spirit, you're mine!
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that!
Too fast!
Stand back. We got the advantage.
Good.
Let's have to make sure we keep it. Don't worry, because no further.
Dragon
Far enough!
Glimmer Dragon Fury! I'm on a roll now! This one's all mine! Talon Hurricane!
Now I call! Astral Energy! Full throttle! Vanquish Darkness!
Dragon Fury! Swallow Blade! I'm on a roll now!
In the shadows!
Infernal Torrent! Take this! It's over! First strike! Eat this! Hurricane!
Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
Cracking down! I'll smash you! I felt fine not too long ago.
Here's evil. I'm not so good with airborne targets.
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Watch this!
Now,
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
easy. Way to go.
Annihilation!
This one's mine.
Raging Storm! It's over time!
Sleep. Now, Ice Tornado.
Be still! I'm on it! You're done!
Freezing
Rising
Storm.
One!
Tornado.
Rising One! You picked the wrong fight!
Mega Ray.
Shattering pieces! Attack!
Now. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
There's more where that came from. It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah, we used to run up and down. On these slopes all the time for our
Come on! I'll blow you to smithereens!
Let the marksman handle this.
You're done! It's a duel of the eye! Not on my watch!
I can carve through armor! We got flyers!
I've got it! Let a marksman handle it! Leave the enemy!
All yours! Do it!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right, next one!
Dragon Floor! Already on it! One more! Now see the
Burning strike! Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Tiger
Rising
blade!
Viper!
Freeze laser!
Now! You're
This
finished!
one's mine!
Lunar Rock! Ignite! Dragon Shout! Hook shot! One more!
Yeah! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Groundhog field!
I'm gonna need more. Let's dance!
Lightning meteor!
Eagle Assault! You're on!
Alligator!
These fists have got your name on them!
Mega ray! Glimmer formation! Mega ray!
Eagle Assault! Win! Ready and whip! Swallow dance!
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
Now you see what I can do! They got me flanked! In a bind?
It's like trying to keep up with a wall! This one's mine!
Watch it! Flying free! Why can't they just sit still?
Do it!
Can you take...
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say? Here's our call!
Here I come!
Glacial spear! Here's evil! Astral energy! Freeze laser!
Talon Hurricane! I'm just getting killed!
Shall escape my judgment!
These fists have got your name on them!
Thunderbolt!
That's what I did for shooting too high.
Let the marksman handle
crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
With this, I can become even stronger.
That equipment should come in handy.
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here. Quite... literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
Fighting in this state isn't advisable. Everyone okay?
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about... that. Go no further! Healing circle! Air pierce evil! Not on my watch! Vanquish Blazer! Will this help? Divine! I can do this all day!
Astral Arts?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Alpin! Astral energy!
Say no more! Shut!
Well done! Long flight!
You make quick work of them!
Want me to pick up your slack then?
Just pointing it out!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more carving.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
There's more where that came from. Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Orochi Fury!
Dragon Shadow!
Dragon Roar!
Eagle Assault! If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
Here's a healing art! Raging Fury! Glacial Spear! Here's a evil! Freeze Lancer! You are in tip-top shape!
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no? Vanquish Darkness! Cover the caster!
Swallow Dance!
Vanquish Darkness! None shall escape my judgment!
Prepare to be seen!
Swallow that fury!
Generate those pieces!
The heavens must be smiling.
An opponent like this should be easy.
I'm like bait to them.
Water!
Smash you!
Orochi
Fury!
Can't end here!
Eat this! Oh, it's his
None shall escape my judgment!
Damn it! If only I'd been more careful. Glimmer
Not
Dragon!
done yet.
What is this? Orochi Fury!
You're such a bitch.
I never fit! Cover the caster! Water! My call!
No paper! Watch it!
Steering blade! Reload!
Megasonic
We
Blast!
got the advantage!
Good. Now we just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, cause log on! You're finished! Savage Roar! Burning Thrust!
I can feel the medicine working.
I'm on it! I'll run you through!
Mega Ray! Lightning! More with that
Sonic
spear!
Thrust!
Flame of Fury!
Burning Savage Roar! Burning Roar! I'm on!
That's quite a talent. Your father once made the same amount. So even my dad knows, huh?
Pierce through! Demon Time! Finish it! Red
Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang!
Easy! Way to go! Mega Ray!
Still!
No further.
Divine!
Knowing when we're in too deep is necessary to survive.
We may tend to push ourselves a little too hard. Oh, this looks nice and tough.
trash.
Sword Rain Alpha! Even watches!
Steel Force! Let him go!
Where are you going?
That's freaking done!
Primed and ready! Wind Astral
Where are
Energy!
you going?
Raging Fury! A freezing storm!
Sword Rain Alpha!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Eat this! Touch Hurricane! Lunarongo!
Eagles now I'm in the groove!
Burn in hell!
Arrow Squall! Flame of Fury! Now! It's over! Astral Energy! Full throttle! Go! Vanquish Darkness!
I'll smash you! Now I'm in the groove!
Ferocious Fury!
Now!
Tornado!
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Yeah, if only I were a cat.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
Ugh.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about...
Concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already! I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me? Why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
That freaking does it!
Orochi's Fury!
Right!
Take
Hey, who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
I'll run you through! Freaking go! Swallow blade! Sword blade out!
Take
You may be strong, but I'll never back down! Orochi's Fury!
Take this!
I'm on it!
No, today!
Got it! Now's our
In a
chance!
bind, ready and raring!
Denied!
First strike! I'll run you through!
Flawless flight!
Try this!
Take it! Take care of...
Explosive ring!
Oh, you are gonna pay for that!
Annihilation!
Now you see what I can do!
Orochi's Fury! Try this! Is this it?
I'll bring you back from death to
I'm
death.
on it!
Take this.
Resuscitation!
I'm on it!
I've still got some fight left in... I hope this
Take
never
this.
works. Dance in the wind! Here!
Rip
This
it
will come
there!
in handy. I'll bring you back from
I'm
death
gonna
to
need
death.
more of that medicine.
All good things come to an end. It's time for
Lightning annihilation!
no further!
Denied!
Orochi's Fury!
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides, Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it.
It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy...
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain. But you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renan district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renans have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
Stay sharp. We're going in.
Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shiona's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important, and learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
What's that big tower over there?
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
I think I'll read my book a little more.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
Hey, Rinwell. What was that whole legend you were talking about earlier, back when we were by the gate?
Huh? Oh, you mean about the Darkwings? It's an old story about a Danon hero that's been passed down for generations.
Like I said, I sure haven't heard it before.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, long ago, there was an evil king who tried to bring all of Dana to ruin. However, a pure black owl heard the pleas of the people and decided to help. It chose a...
This flavor, why, it rivals the cooking of my own chefs in the palace.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
Sorry for rambling on so much about my past earlier.
Don't sweat it. It was fun hearing you reminisce about the good old days.
Come on, you don't have to pretend with me. I know I can tend to go on sometimes, when it comes to my brother.
You said it, not me. Anyway, I don't think it's something for you to be embarrassed about.
Hey, Alphen. When you were a kid, was there ever a time when... contest with the Lord before Dohalim? Life back then was... truly hell. I think... that's why I tried to ignore what Miguel was telling me for so long. Because I was afraid of going back to such a dark time. Of losing hope. I wanted to believe in our paradise so much that I doubted the one person I should have trusted most. I don't blame blame Dohalim for that. I simply didn't want to face facts. And I ended up trying to project my ideals onto everyone else.
It's strange. Whenever you and Dohalim talk about Menancia, it's always like it's some big failure. We're talking about fixing 300 years worth of damage here. Isn't it a bit optimistic to think it was all going to be resolved after only 5?
You might be right. Maybe it was a mistake when Menancia... No. When I decided to stop seeing the darkness in our society. I have to admit the truth. To myself, first of all. I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
Not this way, I guess. Not this way, I guess.
Yeah, if only I were a cat.
Not this way, I guess.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.